What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Extreme Ironing. Today we're going to be talking about promises with Firebase, also removing, updating the right way, and also fetching data from the database. Alright, so I'm going to keep promises pretty simple because everybody should know what a promise is. So actually set actually does take in a promise. Not takes in, sorry, it gives you a promise back, right? So a callback function. So instead of right here, instead of terminating right here, so that way we actually know that the data has been set, we could actually do a .then, you know, with the arrow functions and whatnot. And we're gonna actually console log, data was saved, right? And then we're gonna do a dot catch with an arrow function. Obviously, catch always carries in or has the argument of error, and we're gonna just log out. You failed, and we're gonna just tack on the error, just like so, and that is it. It's not that hard. I mean, we all should know about these things, right? Let me actually run this. Let me see. Yarn run dev server. And it pulled it up. Let me actually look at the console. Let's see what's going on. Data was saved. Awesome. Now we actually go into Firebase, go to console, and go to your actual project, your database. Go to database, real time, and we're gonna actually change the rules to false and false, so that way we could actually see if it's actually working or not. False. Oops. Publish. Rules published. Alright, now let's actually try it. I'm gonna just hyphen that or exclamation that, so that way we could actually get a refresh, and we're gonna see that you failed. There it is. Permission denied. Obviously we don't want to give an actual error message saying that, hey, you could not save data for this user. We don't want them to know that the user they're trying to save data to is actually exists. That gives them a way to actually say, hey, there might be a way in, or to a way in to change this data. We don't want that. We just give them a generic message, which is permission denied. In this case, permission denied. Permission denied came from the error that Google sent back. So anyways, that's pretty much it for promises. I do want to take a moment to actually go to the Docs or Firebase Docs. So if you go to firebase.google.com, go to Docs, go to reference right here, and then on the side, go to JavaScript. Unless you're using something else, then just pick the one you're using. And we already seen Firebase.database. We could see database, what we could do with the actual database. And here are the methods. Go offline, go online. We already know what ref is, ref from URL. Now, the one that you really want to be paying attention to is the actual ref right here in reference. This is the ref method database uses. And here we see that we have set, we got update, we got move, push. You know, we have a lot of things. Once, order by child, order by key. It's a lot of things that you could actually use. And like I said, there's actually different ways to actually do things. For like delete, you could actually use set to delete stuff. You don't even have to use a remove, but remove is more common. The update, we already explored the update with set. You could use set to update stuff, but you could also use this method of update. And you're going to be using this one more than that, all right? Now, I'm going to head back to the code and actually show you that you could actually remove using set. Now, we've already explored the remove right here, but we're actually going to do set. Instead of remove, I'm going to just use the method set. And inside of set, the way to actually remove this particular reference is actually say null. that's going to remove Wonka from salary. So if you control save, wait, actually, we can't do that yet because you have to say this to true. Let's change this back to true. True. Publish. Okay. All right. Let me actually go right here. Go to data. All right. And as you can see, the salary, Wonka isn't here, which he's not because we used remove. But now we're using set null, and we should see the exact same data. Okay. So we see Wonka right here. Here's Wonka, but then it deletes, which that's what we wanted. But the reason why I say you need to know this is because this is actually pretty useful for updating stuff. So let's say that Wonka decides to actually work for free. He's very generous. He starts working for free, and we want to remove this salary right here. Okay, that's pretty simple to do it with set. All you have to do is dash salary. Just like so. And then you're gonna see right here, you still have Wonka right here, but salary is gone. Now, this might be you're like, okay, then why did you set and not update? Or why are you telling this? It's because we're gonna remove salary. We're gonna actually update this whole thing right here. Now you can't really do that with set. You would have to use the update method, update, and we're gonna be updating Wonka. And for update, it's like set. So you want to set salary 1, which is this right here. We want to say employee. You would actually do it the way you would normally do it. Employee is not Wonka, it's Willie now. And it has to be like that. Salary. We could set this to null to delete it. And then we could actually use the ID, whatever do a new ID of, and it has to be a string. If you control save this now, go back in here, you're gonna see that everything has changed. Willie, ID, and you no longer see salary. Now you could have done it right here as well, like this, and you're not gonna see it here. You actually are going to see it here. Sorry about that. You are going to actually see it here because remember, you're just updating what was in here, and you're telling it to update the employee and the ID, which is the employee and the ID. And salary is the same. We changed it to 2000 here. Salary is the same. So this is why I said you need to know that setting something to null will actually delete that property. Now we actually set salary to null. You already know it should not appear right here. Willie is working for free. Yeah, Wonka working for free wasn't enough. We replaced him with Willie, which he's working for free. Now another thing with update. Let's say that you wanted to update. Let's say in employees. I just noticed that I spelled that wrong, man. Anyways, employees. There's actually set a location for this employee. Location. We're going to say New York. Nope, New York. Oh, sorry. Location is actually going to be an object. Copy this. It's going to be an object. We're going to say city or state. New York. And we're going to set country. Voluntary country to US. And now let's say you actually wanted to change the state of the, first of all, let's save this and let's actually see if it appears right here. Here we go. We got employees and we got our location right there. Okay, awesome. So let's say that WDJ, I moved. I'm not working in the New York no more, or New York anymore. I actually moved. So how would we actually get inside of location and then change the state? Updating it, right? How would we do that? Using update. Let's say that we need to update the state and country. Let's just say that for Pete's sake. So let's say he decided, or I decided to work in Brazil, the country Brazil, and we're gonna actually add a city instead of a state. So how would we do that? So first of all, we're gonna do database, obviously dot ref, and we gotta reference where we want them. Obviously I misspelled it, so I'm gonna just grab this. Employees, and it's an array, so we're gonna grab the first index of the array, right? And we're gonna be updating the first index of the array. Or actually, no, not the first index. Oh well, yeah, first index, but not the whole, not the whole object. We only want to update location, right? But just to make this simple, I'm pretty sure you already know how to do this. You would actually do slash location, right? And then in here, you're gonna do dot set, and then do your object, right? Let's actually do it. Okay, location. That's because I'm location. Okay. We're gonna dot update. I'm gonna show you another way, or another way to do it. All right. So we're gonna update that, and what we need to update is the country. Country. We're gonna set that to Brazil. We're gonna set city to Sao Paulo. I think that's how you say it. I'm not too sure. Sao Paulo, just like that. And we're actually going to remove state, so state is going to be null. Now, if I save this right now, it's going to be correct, right? If I go back here, let's go into the employees. Location, we got city, Sao Paulo, and country, Brazil. But let's say for I don't know, I wanted to change my name as well. Well, in that case, we can't go inside location, right? So let me actually get rid of this. We actually have to reference the whole object and update the employee and everything inside of location. So you might be wondering, okay, it's going to be the exact same thing. Instead of saying this, I'm gonna copy this out. We want to do employee and change his name. Let's change it to WD. JJ. I don't know, man. I don't know. Employee that, and then the ID is going to be a random ID. We still need to do that. Or actually, we don't have to update the ID. The ID is going to be the same. And then you're probably thinking, let's do location, right? And we're going to, for right now, we're going to just update the country, okay? So country, and the reason I'm doing this is because you'll see in a bit. Brazil. Control save this. Let's go over here, and you're gonna see something. You can see that we did change the employee name, but the location changed. We don't have state no more. And you might have been thinking, well, we didn't delete state from here. We actually just updated country and left state alone. But over here, we don't have state. So what is actually going on? So you're actually telling Firebase, hey, we're gonna replace location with this new object. And over here, you're not referencing nothing. Don't reference the old object, just replace it with this new object. That's why you're getting this new thing, right? Or this new object, just being country being Brazil. Now, let's say that you actually still wanted state to be New York and country. You wanted to update country to be Brazil, even though that doesn't make sense, but just stick with me, all right? So you want a state to be New York still, but country be Brazil. How do we do that without actually putting in here what the old stuff is, like state being New York? How do we actually do that? So the way you actually do that is literally the way we've done it on reference. Like you have to reference that exact, like if you want to go to country, you would have to actually reference where country lives. So it lives inside location, and we have to do it exactly like ref with the /. So location / country. And we do have to wrap this all in a string or double quotes, and then change the country right here. We want to change it to Brazil. Go back. Now if you control save this, check it out. We're still going to have the state, and we're also going to have country. See that? Country, Brazil, and state, New York. So this is the way you would actually update if you only want to update one thing. And actually, it makes sense to just change the state, right? So you won't be confused. State is going to be, I don't know, Texas. Okay. So this is the way you would actually update a specific thing inside an object, just one thing, without actually referencing or retyping everything, country, state, and all that stuff. And by the way, yes, this does return a promise. So right here, you could actually do a .then, .catch, and all that stuff. But now you know there's actually different ways of doing a lot of things. Setting, you could do it with update. You could delete stuff with set, remove. So there's a lot of ways you could do it. But just try to keep it consistent and standardized with, if you're going to update something, use the update method. If you're going to remove something, use a remove method. But there are some stuff like salary where you want to use salary null, you know, to actually remove salary completely. Now that we know how to actually remove and update properly, we're going to actually talk about doing or fetching data from the database or from the Firebase database, which is pretty simple. It's pretty simple. So I'm actually comment all this out instead of these two. I'm just comment all the things that to actually modify the database, because we don't want to modify it. And don't worry, the database is still going to be intact. As you can see right here, nothing changed. If I refresh it, it still should be there. And it is awesome. Department, actually I could just do expand all and you can see all that. All right, awesome. Now to actually add the data, we're going to actually need to use the once method. Now let's go back to the reference, the docs. And in our reference, we're going to use the method on reference. So the reference, we're going to use once right here. And this is going to give us listens for exactly one event of the specified event type, and then stops listening. So there's actually two ways to retrieve data. We could retrieve it only once, like by using the once method, or we could actually subscribe and listen to when data actually changes. It'll keep on giving us new data or refreshing the data, right? So let's say, for example, let's go for the first example, once. We only want to get the data only one time. We don't care about if the data changes or not. So how would we do that? Well, once takes in an event type. You can actually click on the event type and it'll tell you exactly what are the event types. Now, we want to listen to a value on the reference. We want to listen to the value of the reference. So let's actually code it up so that way you actually see what's going on. So right here, I'm going to say database.ref. And I'm going to just leave it at that because I actually want the whole database from the root of the database. I want everything. I'm going to say once. And in here, we have to actually type in the event type, which is value. We want the value of the root of the database. If you wanted the value of, let's say, salary, you will type in here, obviously, salary. It'll give you this array. This is going to return a promise, obviously, because we're requesting data. So we're going to do a .then, and then we're going to do a .catch, right? So let's actually focus on the .catch, which I already have it down here somewhere. Let me see where it's at. Let me actually copy this right here. .then and then .catch. Paste that. Obviously, uncomment this. All right, so the catch is no different. You failed, whatever, right? Then this actually does return something. Like I said, we are retrieving data, so it is going to be giving you back data, and this is actually known as a snapshot. Snapshot. Now you might see something in here, but in the docs they use snapshot to actually see what's going on. And let's actually console log what's inside of snapshot. Snapshot, control save. Let's go back over here. Data snapshot right here. And it gives you a lot of things. But as you can see right here, it does not give us the data. That's because we do need to use a function for that. And to get the data is actually snapshot.val. Just like that. Control save. now if you actually go check it out, you're going to see everything that we wanted. Our department, which is an array, our employees, which is our employees, our salary, everything that you wanted. But the only thing with this, like I said, it's only one time. So if we actually change the data over here, you could actually change it right here. I'm gonna just change this to something. Change this to something. Control save. Oof. Let's actually get rid of it by clicking the X and just delete it. It doesn't matter. Now it's deleted, but something changed, right? But over here, we don't get notified whatsoever, right? Because we only use the once method. Now, if you want to get notified for every change that happens, there is a way. Over here, we're going to do things a bit different. I'm actually going to get rid of all of this. And instead of using once, we're going to say .on, and we're going to be listening to any event that we want. We're going to be listening to the value, and we are going to get a callback, a snapshot back. This has to be a function. This is a callback function. We are going to get a snapshot back, and right here now we can actually say log snapshot dot val to actually get the value. What's the whole database, the root of the database, right? Because we're just referencing the database. So now if I control save this, we're gonna go back here and check this out. We do get our stuff right here, and let's say that, let me see, I'm gonna get rid of programming. Obviously WDJ is removed because we just removed it. Let's get rid of programming. I'm gonna actually delete this, delete it. Now if you go back over here, we see that we get another one down here, and we should not see, we don't see it no more. We only have the ID. So we just deleted department. But yeah, that's how you would subscribe to it or listen to events to actually get notified when something changes. Now to actually just see it in live, without me going back and forth, we are going to just put a simple set timeout. So set timeout, where we're going to just do change some stuff. So database.ref. And what I want to change is, let me see, where is it at? Where's our data? Let's actually change. Wait, don't we have an example of like changing something already in here? Yeah, here we go. Update. Let's actually update something. Okay, let's update. Let's update this. We'll grab that. Come up here. Paste that in. Uncomment it, and we're going to, in 1 second, we're going to update employees from 0, all this stuff. And we're actually going to change this to, let's say, Canada. Control save. Now let's actually see it. Ugh. It was a little bit too fast. Let me actually change that. Let me actually change it to 3 seconds. 3 seconds. That should be good enough. All right, let's go back. So we get our first one right here, and 3 seconds later, we should get another one. And there it is right there. So our first one was, well, it doesn't matter. Let's see our second one. Employee 0. There it is, Canada. Awesome. There it is. So that's real time. But this is going to happen every single time something changes. Maybe after a certain thing or a certain time, you want it to stop listening, right? So there's actually a way to unsubscribe from this event. First thing we gotta do is actually put this in a variable const. I'm gonna say sub, please subscribe. No, we're gonna say const sub. We're gonna just put database, all this into that sub variable. Now I am gonna copy this one more, or actually 2 more times. So after 5 seconds, I want to stop listening, right? So database ref, and what we need to do is actually just get this off. We're gonna say dot off we want to remove something or an event type. We want to remove an event type, which the event type is going to be this. So we want to remove the sub so we could just stop listening. And then after, let's say 7 seconds, we are going to change this to, give me another state. Give me another goddamn state. New Mexico. All right, cool. Now let's save it. Oh, we got an error. Let me see what's going on. Right here. All right, control save that. Now we should be all right. Oh, that's just a warning. Oh, but you did see it come up right here. Look at that. So we have our department, and then we should listen. Again, we should have listened. So this should be Canada still. Oh, it's employees. It's New Mexico. Why is it New Mexico? It should not be New Mexico. It should be Canada. What the hell is this one then? Canada. I understand why this is happening right here. The reason why is because we saved the data and the data is already updated to Canada, right? So right now it's New Mexico. So if I actually saved it right now, we're gonna do completely different without Canada or New Mexico. So we're gonna do again right here. We're gonna say Texas, and down here we're going to say Florida. All right. If you control save this now, we should only get 2 values or 2 data set points, right? Two data's coming back. We're going to get this one. This is going to be called, obviously, because we're calling it right there. And then we're also going to get this one. So we should, theoretically, let me see, let me go back. We should have New Mexico show up because we're getting the data and New Mexico is right there. And then once we get it back again, we should have Texas. We should unsubscribe right here, and then we shouldn't see this in our console, but if you go back to the data set, we're going to see Florida. So let's actually see if this works. Control save. We'll go back here. That's okay. We see the first one right here. Let's see. Let's hope, man. New Mexico, which I said. Why did we get 2? Okay, our second one is going to be employees, location, Texas, which is correct. And our third one, Florida. Okay, why? Is it because of this error? It's because of this error. Okay, I know what it wants. You're gonna, where's the sub? Right here. We gotta pass in what do we want to unsubscribe. We want to unsubscribe value. And then sub. Control save it now. Oh, this is gonna be such a pain. There it is. No more errors, but yeah. I mean, we could try it one more time, guys, and it is going to work. Let's just try it one more time. What is the data right now? Florida. Okay, Florida. Okay. Let's go right here. We're going to get Florida back. We're going to change this to, I'm going to just say Brazil now. I'm just going to go Brazil. And then right here, we're going to say New York. York. Now if you control save now, we should say our first data set. Where's our first data set? It's not even here no more. And I see why, because this doesn't have a time. My God, I am screwing up left and right today. I am so sorry, guys. Let's do it 5 seconds. So 3 seconds, 5 seconds. Okay. But it should be New York. Yeah, it's New York. All right. Last one. I promise you guys, I'm so sorry. And this is going to be the end of the video. I just want to get this goddamn thing to work. I've been messing up so much. All right, it's New York right now. So we're going to get New York for our first data set. We're going to get Brazil for our second data set. And I'm going to change this back to Florida. Florida, and then we should not see Florida. We should see Florida in our data. All right, we're going to unsub right here. We shouldn't see it no more. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Employees. We should see New York, which is correct. We get our second data set right here. Employees. We should get Brazil. Yes. Now, if we go back over here, we should see Florida. Booyah! Dude, I am stoked on that. All right. So sorry that took me so long just to clarify, subscribe, and unsubscribe. All right, guys. that is it for this video. Now you actually know how to actually delete, add, update, and actually fetch data from the database the proper way. And you actually know about the documents, so that way you can go in the documents, mess around with all the methods they provide. Oh, hold up. I need a drink. So thank you guys for watching this video. I really do appreciate the time you spend on watching these videos. Even though I do mess up like this, I am going to leave it like that. I'm not even going to edit that out. I'm going to leave it like that. So thank you guys so much for spending some time, or spending your quality time watching my videos. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks.